Alex, how's it going?
Good, man.
To see you.
How you doing?
Welcome. Good, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. So today we're going to be looking at this beautiful 2-bedroom upstairs, 2-bedroom downstairs. It could be 2 separate units if you wanted to.
Good, for
It's
sure.
been mildly renovated, and I'm saying nice because it's not phenomenal. It's well done, but it's obviously not perfect. The price for this is only $519,000. We're close to the highway. It's close. It's a safe neighborhood. We have a nice wide lot, lots of greenery out front and out back. New concrete pad.
Right.
So, before we talk more about the property, tell me a little bit about what you're looking for, where you're at. Do you have a pre-approval?
Yes. So basically, I'm not pre-approved yet. Okay.
That's okay.
But I'm looking for a property under 600. Okay.
Okay.
And I want it to be. I'm an investor, right? So I'm looking for something that's gonna make me money. I want it to cash flow, but I want good appreciation as well for the future.
Okay.
So what am I looking at? What should I look at in this property or other properties?
Okay.
Let's say if I only have 600. I have some friends that have higher buying power. Maybe you can tell me something about that as well later on.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm looking at for myself.
So 600 is a good budget. There are plenty of areas in Calgary where you're going to have appreciation. The difference is the quality of home and the size of lot. That's going to be the biggest differentiator.
Right.
Other than
why the
rate.
lot?
What do you mean?
Why the size of the lot?
So in different areas, if you're in a more sought after area, you're going to have less lot, less house, but better area.
Right.
Here you have mid-level for everything. You have a good lot in a good area with a good size condition home. It's not a huge brand new home. It's not the biggest lot. It's not the best area.
Do you think we could do something with this lot in the future?
Absolutely. I'll have to double check the zoning on this, but
Okay.
regardless, the zoning could change by now and the future, whenever that could be.
Why is that?
So Calgary right now has been going through a tremendous amount of growth over the last 1 to 4 years.
Okay.
So because of that, City Council has decided they need to do a blanket rezoning. That's been in talks. Nothing has been fully approved yet
Right.
for a full blanket rezoning.
So
So
what-
that just gives more density to a house
Okay.
like this. It allows, instead of 1 house to be built here, 2 or 4 houses on the
Right.
same lot if everything else permits
Right.
within the footprint.
So then it would be probably a better idea to buy a bigger lot, right?
Yes, of course.
If
Bigger's
I'm
always
thinking-
better. Bigger's always better.
If I'm thinking about the future and also obviously cash flow,
Yes.
but I want to know in the future if I'm looking to develop something, maybe
Yeah.
this would be the idea.
So the question for me is, are you going to live in this property at all, or are you just buying it strictly for investment purposes? Because
Investment,
that
just
changes
investment.
Okay.
Investment.
So this would be good investment because you can separate this property out into 2 units, right?
Okay.
One would be upstairs legal, downstairs the cheapest way to run it would be illegal suite.
Right.
And I'm going to show you through the property as exactly.
Can I get a property manager if it's an illegal suite?
That would be a no.
Okay. So I have to legalize it. Okay, so that's gonna cost me a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
so the cheapest way for you to get into this property, depending on your cash situation, would be to do a few mild updates that allow you to start getting
Okay.
someone in right away. The other option is once you take possession, you could change out the windows, you could add a second furnace, you
Right.
could do all this stuff to make it legal. But I would not necessarily recommend that, especially if you have a future vision of tearing this down based off of zoning changes. So
Right.
it doesn't make sense to invest that much upfront if in the future you're tearing it down anyways.
So if I'm looking at this house, how much you think would be rent here, upstairs, downstairs, if I separate it?
So the upstairs would be about 2,000 and the downstairs would be about 1,200.
Right. Okay. So that brings me to 32. So how much would be my payment on this? Run it through the calculator. Let's see how much my payment would be on this.
So we're gonna assume you're putting 20% down.
Sure. If it's an investment property, as far as I know, that's what you gotta do, right?
Absolutely.
Is there a way around that?
Buddy, there's always a way. There's always a way, of course. So if
Okay,
you
okay.
were to actually just live here for a little bit,
Right.
you could actually buy it with 5%.
Lorenzo, tell me now, if I want to rent up upstairs and downstairs, how much money am I making? What's the cash flow on this? Okay.
Okay, so the utilities are paid by the tenants.
Okay.
Okay.
What about property tax?
Based off of an asking price of $519 with
Right.
20% down, okay? 25-year amortization, you can get a 5-year fixed at 4.75%. Your
makes sense.
monthly mortgage is $23.56. You're cash flowing, buddy. $643 per month is what
Okay,
you're cash
cool,
flowing.
cool. 640. So with that information, so this is with included like the property tax, everything, right?
Property tax and your mortgage payment, because utilities are paid by the tenants.
Right. Okay. Okay, Lorenzo, let me ask you this. This property, right? 520.
Yeah.
Can you give me a deal on this?
Absolutely, I can
Yeah?
give you a deal. Yes, sir.
Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
The first step to getting a good deal, though,
Right.
we need to send you to our mortgage broker.
Okay.
You have to be pre-approved.
Right.
You're in a
makes
little
sense.
bit of luck. This property's been on the market for 9 days, which means a little
Okay.
bit overpriced. If it was not overpriced, for example, if it was just priced at 500, there
Right.
would be a lot of people here, and then they would have multiple offers, and they take the firm offer, the one without conditions.
So without that pre-approval, I'll have basically no chance, huh?
Correct.
Mm.
And you're wondering, but how can I buy a house without doing my due diligence? I will help you do your due diligence before the offer night. So, for example, if you like this property, okay,
Right.
then we'd come back later today, at the very latest tomorrow morning. We'd book another showing with an inspector, run through the important stuff, and then we
this
put in a
is
firm
just so
offer.
we can put an offer without a condition,
Without
right?
conditions.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because if there's anybody else that's very serious about this property, they're gonna have pre-approval,
Right.
and they'll do their due diligence, and they'll just go in and buy it, like an
Right.
iPhone. You just go and buy it. You know what you're buying.
But we're still gonna need financing, right? But at least no inspection, right?
Correct. There needs to be, the more things that you can get done ahead of time,
What-
the better.
What if? Okay. No pre-approval, right?
That's fine. We'll put it conditional. Right now, there's no one else that's offering on it. If there was someone else, you'd have zero chance on this.
Right.
In this market, and honestly, we are in a very hot
Right.
market. If you're looking at a property that's well priced and you don't have a pre-approval, you have 2 days max. You have to
Right.
go in firm. Otherwise, you're not getting the property.
So how many days is this on the market?
This is 9 days on market.
Okay.
So it's a little bit overpriced, so we have some room there.
Right. If I want to buy the house without an inspection,
You can do that. You just sign off that you don't want an inspection.
okay. Should I do that?
I would not recommend that.
Okay. Cool.
I-
Why
it's-
do you think?
It's important to do due diligence. At the very least, you know what problems you will have in the future.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Now, I just wanted to touch on real quick.
Okay.
You were asking, this is for investment purposes, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were thinking that you want to do something bigger in the future.
Right. Yeah.
What does the future mean? I need a time frame.
Time frame? I'm looking at 3 to 5 years.
Okay, 3 to 5 years is a long time.
Yeah.
If you wanted to invest today, I will just tell you, I don't know if you qualify for this, I'll tell you about this program.
Okay.
It's called the MLI Select Program. It comes from CMHC, so government money.
Okay.
You can buy 5 units or more with only 5% down. So you can essentially buy a commercial property with
Ooh.
residential
How
benefits.
much? How much would be that? Like how much is the property like?
Starting at 2.6-ish, 2.5,
Okay.
2.6. Okay,
So that would be like 5 units for 2.6? That expensive?
No, so we'd be talking about 4 legal
Okay.
units, 4 different titles, and they all
Okay.
have basement suites, so that's
Okay.
8 units.
Right.
Okay, this property would cash flow several $1,000s per month with only 5% down because the amortization's over 50 years.
Right.
In order for you to qualify, there's
Mm.
some other things. You have to have a certain amount of net worth relating to the property. But that could be a good long-term investment plan for you that will really give you a lot of equity in the back end.
Right. So you think on this lot I can build something like that?
I can't recommend that you can do that on this property as of today.
Not today.
Not
Okay.
today.
Yeah. Just in the future, right?
In the future,
so
but
how much
even
you
today,
think? How much? So you have to put 5% down, right?
Yeah.
On MLI,
Yeah.
right? And like how much would I cash flow on a property?
so based off conservative numbers,
Okay.
we're generally talking, depending on the price point, most of these are 5.5% cap rate, fully managed.
Okay.
So that translates to about 1,500 to like manage to 3,000 if you manage yourself, and that's with long-term tenants in there. However, as a savvy investor myself, and I know you're looking for money as well,
Yeah.
we can increase that by several $1,000s if we do short-term rental with them.
Right. Is there any other things that I could do to increase that? Or
So-
are all of them with like 1 bedroom downstairs, 2 bedroom downstairs?
Different types of products. There's a
Right.
lot of different types of products,
Okay.
different areas in the city. You can squeeze out cash flow by renting out the garage, for example.
Okay.
Since you're keeping the property as well, you could only have 1 meter for the whole property.
Right.
Because
Okay.
it's your investment, right? So think of it as like an apartment building.
So that
would be like under
okay.
one title. You know, if you're thinking about maybe selling it separately in the future, then you do separate titles, separate meters. That costs more money. So there's a lot of different
But when I
ways.
sell it, if I separate, I'll make more money, right?
Yes, but it costs more money up front to
Right.
build that way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we have to discuss the details of what your future goals are, so we know how to build today
Right.
for that exit.
If I want to do Airbnb with it, I don't have the time. Do you know anybody that could do it?
We would put you in touch with the people that would help you, fully managed, hands off, cash in your bank account, no stress.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me I just have 5% down. How
You
much
just gotta
is one
give me
of
the
those
money.
properties?
Just give me the money.
3 million?
I'll get you the property. 3 million, 3.2
So,
million, and really
I have
good areas.
150, and then I can just buy one of those properties. What?
So Alex, you need to have 25% of your net worth of the purchase price. So 3 million, 25% of that.
Right. Okay. Okay. To qualify. Okay. And is this thing coming with garages?
They do come with garages, absolutely.
Okay. So I got 2 more questions. It's just I want to know if I invest in this. Obviously, even if it's building in the future, I want to know roughly how many bedrooms am I gonna have upstairs, downstairs, how many square feet, and what areas do you have?
So we have products in different areas, okay? Upstairs, the average is 1,300 square feet, and downstairs is 600 square feet.
Okay.
There's different layouts, so we would provide you, because again, you have to qualify, so we
Yeah.
have to go through this process. We'd show you the plans and the rental income for this and the area, and then we discuss future value, and then that information you present to the mortgage broker for your final approval on this property.
Right. Do you know only like one builder that's doing this, or do you know a few people that are doing this?
We work with several different builders. I think we're getting up to about 16-ish,
Okay.
and they all have different product types. So what we would do is we'd actually take you around to what they've built before.
Ooh.
So we're essentially buying pre-construction. So we'd show you the product, we show you how they build, the materials, the finishes, the style, right, that they have. And
So
we see
this-
this is what you like, and then we move forward from there.
Right. So this is all stop shop, right?
One-stop shop.
One
brother.
stop shop.
Whatever you need, we will take
Right.
care of you. That's the whole idea.
Okay.
We don't want you to have a headache. We don't want you running around to different
Okay.
people. We have all the people that you need.
So it sounds like this is the perfect product. This is the perfect program to do if I got some money, right?
If you qualify for this would be an amazing investment into your future. We're
Do you-
talking about some like nice big numbers in the future.
Do you think this is gonna last?
So as far as I know, talking to several mortgage brokers that deal in this program from CMHC, CMHC has set a certain dollar amount for this program. So basically, as the more people get into the market and use up this budget, the quicker it's gone.
Right. So I should do this ASAP, right?
You got the money. Let's do it right now.
Let's roll it.
Let's do it, baby.